Hi everybody, this is Patrick from Doggy Dashboard. Today I'm going to show you a new feature that's getting released after lots of user feedback. We are going to be getting rid of this deposit feature right here. And the reason being is that the deposit feature tends to cause some issues for people when they're doing invoice reconciliation. You can see right here the invoice is for $400 with a $50 deposit and the total to pay is $350. However, when we go to our home page, the invoice amount is $350 right here because this is the total of the invoice that needs to be paid, $350. The extra 50 for the deposit needs to be kept track somewhere else. You can keep track of it obviously down here below, but it just creates issues with doing the reconciliation of saying this invoice total value is 400. There's a $50 deposit plus the 350 that needs to be paid. So what's going to happen now when we get rid of this deposit feature is we're going to be launching a new feature called Balance Due. So Balance Due is going to be very simple. It's exactly what you would imagine. When you keep a record of a payment here, it's going to subtract that amount from the top here so that your client and yourself can see the balance due. This total value will still be correct. If we refresh the page right here, you'll see the $400 value for this invoice matches up with the 400. But now, let's say that we get a $100 deposit for this doggy daycare. We're going to go down here and add a financial record or a payment. Let's say on the 10th of the month, this client paid us $100 for their deposit. So we mark it as a deposit, save that financial record, payment, and there we go. Now we can see that on January 10th, 2024, a $100 payment was made and the balance on this invoice is $300. If we go back here to our invoice homepage, it's still going to show us the total amount is $400. That's because this is the number we use for our bookkeeping. However, on the invoice page itself, your client and yourself will see a balance due. So if we go here to see what your client will see, they're not going to see this in-depth information here on the payments at the bottom. This is private information for your business. They're simply going to see this right here, which is the basic invoice page, and they'll be able to see that on January 10th, their 100 deposit was marked and they have 300 left to pay. So let's imagine when they finally pay us the 300 on the 31st of the month, we'll put the 31st here. It was an invoice payment, and let's say they paid via PayPal. We're going to save this financial record. And now you can see right here that the balance due is now 0. This invoice has been paid. We're going to mark it as paid right there. We have two payments connected to this invoice, one for 100 on the January 10th payment, and then the 300 one on the 31st. And so now if our client were to go back to the invoice that you sent them and refresh the page as such, they're going to see the paid sticker right there at the top corner. They're going to see two records for their payments. They're going to know exactly when their payments were registered, and they'll see that they have a balance due of 0 on this invoice. So they know they're all paid up. You as a business owner know they're all paid up because you have a balance due of 0 and you're all set. So there will be no more keeping track of deposits. The deposit feature here will be removed because it just makes bookkeeping a little bit too difficult and it adds more steps than necessary. Now you'll be able to instantly see the total of all your invoices if you need to, as well as the total of all payments received, and you can make sure that everyone's all paid up. This feature will also allow Doggy Dashboard to add a new feature for credit card processing, as well as a feature where you can give credit to your clients. So I could maybe give Philip Jones a $25 credit, and then I would be able to pay this invoice using his $25 credit. And so let's just imagine we delete these payments here. It would look something like this, where if they have a $25 credit, we can simply go here. We'll put it on the 4th. We'll put 25, invoice payment other, and we'll just say owner credit. And now we'll save that, and we can see that down here, we can see that on the 4th of January, we had a $25 owner credit. Perfect. And they have $375 left over. So when Philip pays us that $375, we'll put $375 here. Go down to the 31st. It was an invoice payment. Let's say they paid with a Venmo. Save that financial record, and we're all set. Once again, we have the balance due of 0, two different payments for this invoices, but they can see on their page that they are all paid up, and all they see is the date and the payment. They don't see any of the special information, just a simple the date the payment was made and the value of the payment. So this feature will be launching in mid-February 2024. If you have questions, info@doggydashboard.com. Otherwise, have a great day.